mind-boggling. That's all I have to say. It was mind-boggling then and mind-boggling now. I think about it every day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was that actually took off, what was it that was flying in formation? Why did my lunch facility manager explained to me and Airman that wasn't the first time. We weren't the only soldiers that had seen unexplained things like that, and that he actually thought they were coming from the coal mines. There were abandoned coal mines out there also.
Coal mines?
Yeah, and he seemed to think that they were, whatever it was actually taking off coming out of the coal mines.
Coming out? A big object like that coming out of a coal mine?
Yeah. Well, he was saying that those coal mines were pretty huge.
Oh, pretty big. They're big. What were the special assignment teams? You mentioned something like that to me on the phone yesterday. You said there were crashes.
Yes, I did. We were briefed. My night is mainly security for those nuclear loaded aircraft there, you know, and you have more security people than you have in the base right there.
You do.
And they briefed us from the beginning that there was also special assignments up here in Utah.
Special assignments.
Montana and
Montana, Utah.
Yeah, and after talking with a couple of soldiers there, I was kind of shocked that I didn't know, but they were saying that there were UFO crashes up there that the Air Force labeled as special assignments.
Did you know anyone who ever went on those?
Just two people. Two people, and that was the same week. The same week that I got.
To go out to crash sites.
Yeah.
And retrieve material.
No, they were there to. I think someone else was retrieving whatever was crashed there, but our job was to go there and provide security.
Security.
Yeah, man, that the public didn't know, that the public didn't see, that you know what I'm saying.
That's what they told you was the purpose of the job?
We had to guard these sites, and it was a long-term mission. What it was
Long-term mission?
Long-term mission.
So you were to go out to remote crash locations and make sure that the public didn't see it?
Oh yeah. They already had it. When I got there, everything was already set up. They had been doing it for a while.
And you knew people that had been?
Just those two people had gotten their orders to go there.
Did they ever tell you what they saw out there?
No.
Did you talk to them again after they left, or?
No, I talked to other security officers, such as my day sergeant, Chief Master Sergeant was his name. He explained to me about these special assignments, and that's all they were. He said was UFO crash sites, and like there were many. There wasn't just a few. There were many. All over the U.S.
All over the U.S.
Yeah.
Who was the person who told you? What was his name?
Sergeant.
And he told you about these?
Oh yeah.
He called them UFOs?
Yeah.
That's the word they used?
UFO crash sites.
And what did they say they were? Did they suggest where these objects were from? Was it Russian experiments or Chinese or no?
He didn't explain that. But when he said UFO, I knew what he was talking about then. But he was saying that it was a good assignment. It was just long term, especially for a single man.
Long term, which means you'd be out in a remote location for a long time.
Maybe a year.
A year.
Maybe two. Just depends on what you actually signed up for.
In the same location, or this was a special assignment that would last in different locations for a year, or you could be at one location for a year?
Yeah, you could. And so there was a lot of single Air Force security people that actually wanted that assignment because they could be in one place, said all that time, and then see the Vietnam War wasn't ended. These are I got you.
So this was better than going to.
It was much better than going to Vietnam.
When you're talking about, are they talking about creating a deceptive scene out there so people aren't curious, or are they talking about authorized use of force to keep anyone away from the crash site?
No, it's
or is it a mix?
From what I could see, it was all deceptive.
All deceptive. So it was to make it look like it was just a construction project or something.
Oh yeah. They like I was saying, this had been going on for a while before
a long time. I imagine.
And they knew how to cover it up. I was trying to remember what
the Air Force, you're saying?
Yeah. I was trying to remember. I did talk to one of my fellow security policemen that had been on one of those assignments up near Canada.
Yeah. What did he say?
And he was telling me that everything was so secure that you couldn't get close enough to actually see what they were doing, and they had all of that camouflaged up.
Camouflage.
Yeah, and
closing.
There were certain times when they weren't doing whatever they were doing to those vehicles that had crashed. There were certain times they would leave them for a long time.
Yeah, leave them, and they'd have to disguise it.
Mm-hmm. But he was explaining to me that he said, man, you wouldn't even know what it was, but it looks like a whole city around there that the Air Force is doing experimentation, but the military is doing experimentation, and he said, just crash sites.
Did he ever mention who was in the vehicles?
Oh well, no, he didn't.
He did.
Just UFO crash sites.
Okay, it's got to make you wonder what.
It does.
Who's coming here and why are they crashing?
Well,
were they shot down or just accidents?
I think they were. I believe that a few of them may have been shot down, but I think more than not, man, it was just crashes.
Now, when you were originally told about these special assignments, there was a group of you, of the airmen, and you had a lecture from like a sergeant.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, we have something here called special assignments. Mm-hmm. And did people kind of look at each other like, hey, what is this?
Everybody.
Or like, did people say, it's just my job, I'm just doing my job?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
This isn't something we're taught in school is real. Mm-hmm. And here they're telling you, go out and secure the area.
Man, special assignments, like I was saying, they didn't say that these were UFOs. They just said these were special assignments. Now, I was told by several officers after that these were UFO crash sites.
Oh, I see. Later on, they told you what?
Yeah, and it was like, hey, say between you and I, this is what it is. This is all you're going to be doing there, and that's just patrolling, making sure nobody comes in.
So roads would be closed off and camouflage put up, and it would just look like some sort of
they
construction operation or some sort of remote location.
They had it secure, and it would be a remote location. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you didn't have to go into town, you didn't have to be exposed to the public. Everything was right there for you.
Oh, so they would build facilities for people to live. That's why you said it was like a little city.
Entertainment, man, just like little cities.
They probably had TV too and everything.
Oh, they had everything.
Everything. And it's like a remote.
Yeah.
And a member of the public coming across this wouldn't even think twice. They'd say it's just some sort of.
No, you get stopped way away from.
Far, and they'd say the road's closed.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing construction, right?
Yeah.
You take a detour.
Yeah, and if it wasn't a road there, believe me, there was a road.
They'd build a road.
That
is really something. There would be a road built to it.
Oh yeah. But my experience is only minimal some of the things that I heard, and you know what I'm saying. My story is very
minimal compared to.
All I can tell is what I experienced.
Do you think it's still going on, these special assignments, or is it something that was just part of the past, or is it?
It's still going on.
Still going on.
Yeah, it's still going on. We all know it's still going on. Like I was telling you yesterday, the protocol for Armageddon for the military when I was in there was, which made me know that it's something greater than our imagination out there. The protocol was for we already had a vehicle that had already been developed.
Oh yeah,
and it was to load up the president of the United States and his family, all of our smartest scientists, all of our the most brilliant military experts that we have, and all of the geniuses. They were supposed to fly before the nuclear war started. Before we wind up blowing each other up, we're supposed to get all of our smartest people in the president up into outer space to let other beings know that we were a civilized race, I guess.
To let other beings know.
Even though, man, there's Armageddon going on down.
Is that what they said? Actually, that was the purpose.
Down on Earth.
So you were supposed to delay your launch until that vehicle. Did it have a name? This vehicle? Did it have a code name or something that you could talk?
It did, and the whole scenario had a
what was it
code
called?
name.
It had a
And
code
I can't
name.
remember what it is.
It had a code name to basically save the president and the major military brass, top brass, and their families and smart people who they'd handpicked.
Our most brilliant.
What was the
scientists.
capacity of this vehicle?
I don't know, but
Was this like, this wasn't the 747, was it?
No, it had been developed as a rocket launch, as I remember. This was a vehicle that was supposed to hover around the Earth as the president and all of our greatest human beings were supposed to watch us being burned up down here. But somebody up there is supposed to, I guess, save them, pick them up, whatever.
There was someone else up there.
Supposedly,
Oh, who was that?
I have no idea.
But this was a real plan. I mean, you had a briefing about this?
It was a plan.
They told you there was someone else up there to pick them up.
Well, no, they just said that it's supposed to show whoever it is up there that we are civilized, that we are very intelligent beings, that we are this, that we are that we're not just so stupid that we would blow each other up down. So it was for basically it was for the good of mankind.
I see.
You know.